how I was interrupting that process of love coming down through God and going out to others.
Former U.S. Army police officer Brian Hoyland shares his near-death experience from 2017. After a heart attack, he was brought to the hospital where he developed a deadly irregular heartbeat. Strapped to the bed, surrounded by doctors and nurses, Brian fixed his gaze on a crucifix across the room. Struggling with fears about his past sins, he found it difficult to pray, but as he did, a profound comfort washed over him, easing his fear of death. His body shook, and in an instant his soul left, leaving all pain and chaos behind. Brian entered a quiet, dark void filled with overwhelming peace, love, and joy, though he sensed these did not come from the void itself. Realizing he wanted God, not emptiness, Brian resisted the void's pull. He noticed he could see in 360 degrees and became aware of a resplendent light behind him, radiating pure love. Desiring to be with the light, he instantly moved toward it, yet he remembered every step he took, as though time didn't exist. Standing before the boundless, pulsating light, which didn't hurt his eyes, he heard God invite him to enter. Inside, Brian was immersed in an indescribable love, like an endless embrace, feeling as though he were drinking from an inexhaustible source through a straw that never emptied. This love, fresh and eternal, overwhelmed him with the realization that he could experience it forever. Longing to see Lord Jesus, vegetarian, Brian saw a vast room of countless shimmering beings, where one radiated a brighter, complete light. Drawn to this being, he knew it was Lord Jesus. When he asked to see his face, Brian saw it forming like an animation, smiling with love as they reviewed his life. Sins that Brian had justified, especially those harming others, grieved Lord Jesus the most, while forgiven sins mattered less. In this timeless realm, all events existed in a single moment. Lord Jesus taught Brian 3 lessons. 1. Live a life of prayer beyond routine by doing good deeds and prioritizing God. 2. Suffer joyfully, accepting life's hardships as a reflection of Christ's sacrifice. 3. Share God's love with everyone, regardless of differences. Lord Jesus instructed him to return. Brian obeyed, retracing his path and seeing the hospital room at the tunnel's end. Doctors were using a machine for CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Brian had no heartbeat or brain activity for 10 minutes. Suddenly, he re-entered his body and revived, startling the team. Still strapped down, he shouted, asking if he had died, and the doctor confirmed it. Afterward, Brian, a psychotherapist, transformed his life. No longer driven by ambition, he now works with the homeless, sharing God's love with those who have nothing to offer him, finding purpose in reflecting the divine love he experienced.
Gratitude inspiring quote of the day. You cannot have the results according to your desires or expectations. So always do your best and leave the results to the master overhead. And whatever the results are, take them with good cheer. They are always beneficial to the initiated, because the master power working overhead knows what is best for his ailing child. The venerated enlightened master Kirpal Singh Ji, vegetarian.
For more relevant news from around our planet, please visit